We have 10 years to save the planet.
Hi, this is Andy Cato from Groove Armada. It's quite clear that it's a problem. I think what's happening now, recently, I've found, is that you read the articles and you read the scientific analysis, which says it's going to be a big, big problem. But now, anecdotally, you're getting little things which are right in your face. For example, this summer in Ibiza, I go to Ibiza every year, I've done for 15 years, no one can swim there because of jellyfish. All of a sudden, like, these things are starting to bite, I mean, it's a little thing, but it's there because the seas are warming, we've overfished, there's drought, so the rivers aren't bringing cold water into the sea to keep them off the shore, etc., etc. So for the first time, I'm going with my little daughter, who's a year old, and she can't go in the sea. But the positive side of that is that until people are affected, until it bites you in the face, then nothing's going to happen. Well, I hope it's not irreversible already. I mean, I think that's debatable, unfortunately. But it's a very difficult question. It's a difficult question for countries. It's a difficult question for someone like myself. I'm always thinking my job involves a lot of flying around. So on the one hand, do you try and sort of do your job so I'm in a position to do things like this and try and influence more people, but then you've always got the charge of hypocrisy because I flew over here to do it? Or do you go and lead by example and accept the fact that it's not just about using your car less, it's not about going on holiday less, it's about the whole world changing what you aspire to, what constitutes a successful life. Because the way that the whole of China and India and Southeast Asia wants to be like the States, we can't do it. Everyone knows we can't do it, but yet we're all going that way. So, it is obviously the million-dollar question, and at the minute I'm treading my slightly hypocritical line by trying to sort of get some profile and bang on about it, but I'm in airports more often than not, so it's a difficult one. We've got a lot of touring to do in 2007, and we had a decision. It was either like we do it all virtually and just accept the fact that it's going to be nothing like as profitable or as satisfying for the fans, or we do the offset thing. Fortunately now it seems to be established enough and reputable enough that there are people we can do this properly with. Flights is my real letdown. That's where I let everyone down, But apart from that, I live in Barcelona now, which is a million miles ahead in terms of the recycling. So every single thing that we can is recycled. Everyone walks everywhere there, my family included. We don't have a TV anyway, so that's that taken care of. But everything's out of the plug sockets at night. We've got solar panels on the roof. So, we're doing our bit, but at the same time, I'm sure that because of my job, that if basically my rule of thumb is that if everyone in the world did what you did, is the planet sustainable? If the answer's no, then it's not fair. But because of flying, I'm definitely in that bracket. So somehow I've got to deal with that. I'm not quite sure what to do about that one. Well, it's good to be conscious. It's nice to talk the talk. We've got to walk the walk, haven't we? Because, my daughter can't swim in the sea already. Barcelona's going to run out of water in 20 years. I mean, these things are going to bite us in the arse, And tragically, I suspect that until the crop fails across the whole of Middle America or something like that, which obviously it will, but until that happens, I suspect that China and the Southeast Asia will keep launching budget airlines, will keep giving tax breaks to EasyJet, and the whole bubble will keep rolling around. It is a terrifying prospect. I think, people my age will probably just about get away with it if you've got enough cash to keep out of trouble. And with some really weird and wonderful weather experiences, but we'll be all right. But there's millions and millions of other people who aren't going to be. And I was watching Newsnight last night, and some bloke from The Guardian was arguing with environmentalists about the ins and outs of cheap airlines. And this guy was pointing out about all the millions at risk from flooding and famine across the whole of Africa. And this very intelligent man who writes The Guardian newspaper was telling him to lighten up. Now, as long as people like that are saying that, as long as people who I know are responsible people are using those awful nappies that never break down and chucking all the plastic in the bin, we're in deep and there's no other way of putting it, really. It's as simple as turning off your mobile phone charger and recycling your plastic, so start now. Make sure you log on to globalcool.com. It's all about you. It's all about me, but it's all about you as well. Log on today.